for those of you who give a fuck at all, I'm alright. Okay? I am nothing if not resilient. I just... For what purpose, nearly 2 years later, literally, did this woman... I think it has to do with... My mom was there, you know? And this woman is as surprised as I am, to be quite frank, that, you know, my mom's back here, okay? Of course, my mom's not as, you know, sometimes she can be a little unaware, but she also knows when, not this woman, but other people, oh, you're back? When did you get back? You know, whatever. It triggered me, okay? It triggered me. And don't think just because I was drinking that it triggered me. I was sober the next day and I cried myself to sleep, all right? I was sober the next day and still just as sad. So it has nothing to do with alcohol. It has to do with plain and simple fucking rejection by someone I genuinely thought cared about me. Now you can say, well, you thought former Godsend woman, the one she cared about you. Yeah. She's older than my fucking mom. Her, yeah, I thought she cared about me and et cetera, but she's never in a million years going to be someone who's a friend. This other woman I partied with, okay? She drinks, I drink. We partied together on more than one occasion. But that's not why I viewed her as a friend, all right? That's remotely why I viewed her as a friend. I viewed her as a friend because... I would tell her all this crap, and she called my aunt evil, sick in the head, etc., okay? She got it, she was willing to listen, and she was 100% on my side. That woman, Godsend woman, not even close, okay? Or she just couldn't be bothered to really understand, or she's too old and just thinks, oh, it's just a family tiff, but when push comes to shove, your aunt's going to... Insult to injury. Calls me up and coldly rejects me, but at least has a genuine excuse. Now, some of you already know this story, but I have new fans, viewers, all the time. Number one, and number two, you already know I don't care if I repeat myself, okay? I'm only repeating myself to people who knew me back then. I have plenty of new people. In fact, Kurt's a very what's the word? Ardent, whatever. He's a big fan. I don't know that he was in my life back then, though. I don't remember. I don't think he was. I think he arrived shortly thereafter. I remember when I broke my foot, I was out. I didn't have any computer here. Because remember, Auntie had canceled everything, and I didn't reinstate it. I figured I'd save money. But anyway, I do remember being pleased, because shocked. I thought I'd lose all my subscribers and all my whatever. And in the end, I didn't. People stuck around even though they didn't get a word, a peep from me for 6 weeks. Actually, even a little longer than 6 weeks. By the time I got back to the library again. Even if I didn't have the broken foot anymore, I still had to wear that. I still, wasn't going to the library with the slipper thing. I had to wait. I think it was more like 2 months. Anyway, and then you got all the videos that I created all at once. If any new people are interested, it's called Broken Foot Playlist. And it documents, and it doesn't hold back. It talks about me pissing myself. It talks about just the fear, the pain, the just whatever. But in any case, I'd only recently lost my mom. As far as I knew, I was never going to get to talk to my mother, see my mom in person, let alone, I was never going to get to talk to her again, let alone see her in person. I was never going to, Auntie would have, as a guardian, she was going to keep me, that's it. There's nothing I could do. And then I broke my foot and I was helpless, and former Godsend woman at least had a legitimate, genuine excuse. So I thought at the time it's just she did it so coldly. So coldly. And of course that's going to trigger me, and because I'm not perfect, because I was too demanding, because I was imperfect. Now you want nothing to do with me. But then phony. Still, right afterwards, once I'm walking around again and no more broken foot, waving and smiling like she'd done nothing wrong. And then all these years later, I find out the fucking cunt. Did I think she was a fucking cunt when she did that? No. I respected the fact her husband was terrified. She's in, I know how I feel about my mom's health. She's in her 70s, and she had a stress test, and it was too much stress. I was having one thing after another happen, including with Omar. All right? And she was the one I was calling to pick me up at the hospital when I first did something, whatever it was called. The first thing I did with the other foot was, and then a week later, that I was too exuberant dancing. I can't dance like that ever again. Of course, I'm not supposed to. And then I went and did it out not that long ago. But I shouldn't do it. But even that out wasn't as much as I would do in my own bedroom. I was too exuberant, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Fact is, this woman had been very, very nice to me. A mother figure, and didn't seem to mind. I very severely limited the favors I asked her, but if extenuating circumstances caused me to have one thing after another happen, any of you would do the same thing. You turn to the people you care about for help. I mean, you turn to help. But anyway, at the time, I just thought it was cold of her to do it that way. It's like we'd never been friends. She just was cold, and not only did that, and being like, did nothing I ever said to you about my aunt and the situation sink in? Your aunt, I'll never forget it. Your aunt doesn't know you broke your foot. If you don't call her, I'm going to. I said, I will consider that the ultimate betrayal if you call her. I mean, I couldn't even believe it. What am I, 5 years old? I'm going to call your aunt and tell her because she's going to care. You just think she won't. Oh, my God. And now I find out after all these years that it wasn't enough for her to coldly reject me when I was at my most vulnerable state. She went and knocked on the door of someone she wasn't even friends with and convinced her to join the bandwagon in rejecting me. And again, waves and smiles to me. What a phony fucking cunt. I don't care how old she is. I told you guys years ago when she was waving and smiling at me, I wave and smile back, but I want to stick my middle finger up at her, but I won't. But that's nothing compared to that one just disappearing from my life. And I thought something had happened to her because I couldn't dream. She'd been so supportive and so caring, and I viewed her as a friend. It's not like I have 1,000,001 friends, you know what I mean? And it's not like I just trust anybody at all. But she told me that other woman convinced her. I mean, it was like it was yesterday. Asked Selena. I called her immediately after bawling and was like, you're not going to believe this. And Selena's like, what, is she in kindergarten? She, you can't be friends with her because I'm not friends with her? And I'm in a state of shock still. I am in a state of shock. I am. I did not expect that. As far as I'm concerned, she had no excuse. Because even if you're going through fucking hell with your husband or hell with your family, or just going through hell, period, maybe you're depressed, maybe this or that, you can let me know. We're friends. I will understand. That is why long after I got someone else to take me to that appointment, I'd given you a week's advance notice and asked if you could take me, and never heard back from you. I never expected him to. I'm like, it's okay if you can't drive. I just want to hear from you. I just want to know you're okay. I mean, What did she think after that? That everything was going to be fine between us? You fucking disappeared from my life.